I'm Sarah Backhouse. We're at the We First Social Branding Seminar and I'm joined by Paull Young, Director of Digital at Charity Water. Can you briefly describe Charity Water?
Yeah, it's great to be chatting, Sarah. Charity Water, we're a non-profit organisation based in New York City. Our mission is to bring clean and safe drinking water to every person on the planet. It's 800 million people currently living without. So we do water, sanitation, hygiene projects in 20 countries. But also we're trying to reinvent charity. So we're a digital organisation, we're a tech company, we raise the majority of our funds online, and the other thing we do is we send 100% of public donations direct to local partners to do work, and then we report online back to donors to have them see their impact and see what their funds have done in one of the countries in the developing worlds where we work.
Now, Charity Water has really been held up as a success case of how to do a non-profit right. You've had a really single vision. Can you describe how that came about?
Yeah, I think we're just getting started is the way we look at it. But from very humble roots, we've raised from zero 7 years ago to $100 million now in total, and we've got a lot in front of us. When we started, our founder, Scott Harrison, wanted to build a nonprofit that would inspire his friends to give. He in New York City had lived a very privileged life and then spent 2 years on a hospital ship in Liberia and saw a very different world, came back a changed man, and wanted to have his friends from the nightclub world of New York City give again, because there was no nonprofit they felt really spoke to them. He wanted to build a brand that was inspiring, that people would be inspired and connected with, like the brands they love most in their life. Nonprofits typically don't think too much about branding. He wanted to build a model where people knew they made a really big impact, because a lot of people were like, I don't know about waste and where does my money go, and I don't understand it. And he wanted to give people an amazing customer experience and have them see the impact that they make in the world. So what that's meant is that led to our reporting and to marking all of our water projects that we build with photos and GPS and reporting that back to donors so that they can have an amazing experience, and hopefully we're going to be the most fun charity to give to that will give people the best experience.
Now tell me a little bit about your role, Director of Digital. That's a huge remit. What do you do on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah, it shifts around a bit. I've been there for a while, so I've been there 3.5 years, so about half our history. And the nature of being a startup is that your role changes a lot and you wear a lot of hats. But my main focus is on our fundraising platform, My Charity Water, and inspiring a grassroots movement of people to fundraise for clean drinking water. So I started just after we launched the site. At that point, it raised about $250,000, and as of today, we've raised about $27 million on the platform in 3.5 years, and it's where the future of our growth is going to come from. And effectively, it's a very simple website where anyone can start a fundraising page and know that 100% of every donation that their friends give or that they give goes directly to a local partner to fund water projects, and they know that after 18 months, they'll receive proof. Photos, GPS, videos, they'll know they've made an impact in the world. And the model is all about individuals. Average fundraiser for us is $1,000, it's 13 new donors. We've had some of the most impressive individuals in the world, like Will Smith, and our biggest fundraiser until recently was Adam Lambert. Just recently we had the #1 guy on YouTube, PewDiePie, who has 12.6 million subscribers, he's going to raise nearly $500,000, and we're going to send all that to Rwanda in a few days. Wow. But the real majority of it is individuals. It's little kids asking for $9 for their 9th birthday and raising $100. It's kids with lemonade stands. It's college students with stalls. It's this movement of individuals. We've had people jump out of planes, climb mountains, ride bikes across America, all in the name of clean drinking water.
I think one thing that you do really well is video storytelling. We spoke about this briefly. Yep. Do you think that's been a kind of a key marketing strategy, and how have you managed to deliver those in such a great manner?
It absolutely has been. Video is a big differentiator for Charity Water, I think. But I think the key marketing strategy element is inspiration. And the medium we use for that is video. It's the best medium we have to inspire people. So we're always talking about inspiration. I often say inspiration is the most important part of our digital strategy. If we can inspire our people, give them a platform to make change and show them their impact, people will do amazing things. That's when we see people riding bikes across America, for example. So video for us, we have an amazing in-house videographer. We invest a lot of time and energy in our videos. We just made an 8-minute short film in India. It's been one of our best ever pieces. It's the first one that none of our staff appear in. It's all about our local partner, this amazing guy, Joe Madiath. We sent 6 staff for 2 weeks to India to produce that. Our videographer was doing like heavy nights and weekends, like labour of love, but it's very important to Jamie, to produce this beautiful thing. But we've already had it viewed, I think, nearly 150,000 times on YouTube with no ad budget behind it, just organic, and it's been passed around all over the place. We've actually been so effective through this campaign. Our target was to have 2,000 people start fundraising campaigns to raise $2 million by the end of September, and they were there by September 5 because of this inspirational video asset and story predominantly.
I think it's so important for people to connect with people on the ground there, so it's remarkable. Now, another strategy for success has been your partnerships. Obviously, this is, you're not doing it all alone, but perhaps you can talk about some of those partnerships.
Yeah, I'll keep on the India video. We had a great partnership with a company called HubSpot. They do inbound marketing, they have an amazing tech platform, they're great people, great culture. They came to us and they have this amazing event called the Inbound Summit right around the end of August in Boston, where they bring 5,000 people who are passionate about inbound marketing and inspire them. It's the same time that we launch our campaign. So we just said, well, we have this amazing story that we're trying to inspire people with from India to do inbound marketing, to go out there and take assets and encourage people to come and give. And we hooked the two together. We premiered the video to the 5,000 people at their conference. They made a donation for every person who took a water walk and carried cans. They inspired their audience to fundraise. And not only has it been a hugely successful driver of our web campaign, we're also going to be on the front page of Inc. Magazine coming up, and it was because of that campaign. And we've done that time and again. Google recently made a $5 million grant for us to develop remote sensors for all our water points, so that we'll be able to, in real time, to measure if water's pumping, to be able to provide better sustainability. American Express did this amazing video series with us where they told our story and pushed it out to all their videos. And as individuals can take our brand and platform and do amazing things with it, so we're finding can brands, and they can bring us to an audience that we could never dream of. We don't have a marketing budget.
Why do you think that's such a unique pairing of brands and your charity? Is it that you have such a sense of purpose that's making it very attractive for brands to want to partner with you?
So I think the CSR and cause marketing space is differentiating very quickly, and the other trend that you're seeing is social media and the web. Right. And brands are trying to work out both. They know they need to be a purpose-driven brand now. They know consumers want to make an impact. They know their employees want to make an impact. And that's been happening extremely rapidly. It's a massive societal trend. It's not going away. Similarly, this digital thing's destroying the traditional advertising model, and we're not watching 30-second spots anymore, and everything's on the web. We bring the two together. So we can give them a platform where they can make a really direct impact, and they can promote that through social and engage a movement around it. I think the other thing is, a lot of brands will make a very generous donation to us, but then they can do so much more if they give, raise, and influence. So American Express made an amazing donation for Ethiopia, but also asked thousands of customers, employees, stakeholders to fundraise. When the average fundraiser is 1,000 birthdays, is $1,000. If they drive 1,000 fundraisers, it's $1 million impact. Right. And I think they really appreciate that. At the same time, they're taking us to an audience we could never imagine. So there's American Express ads for their passion project, which point to an amazing video they made about us that's had 2 million views in the US Open magazine, in Travel and Leisure, in all these great places on the homepage of their website. And so it's this way that we provide brands with a way to make a really direct impact and tell a really amazing story that they can then prove. And I think that's what they appreciate, and any brand can really plug into that.
Excellent. Now, I'm sure you're very familiar with Simon's subject matter. You share kind of strong synchronicities.
Yep.
If there were 3 takeaways from the seminar that you could share with our audience so that they can build their brands to be more purposeful, what would those be?
Yes, Simon, I share such a similar worldview with Simon. We first met years ago, and he gets it, right? He knows where this stuff is. I think that the first is he's continually pushing this message. It's at the core of We First. It's about the audience and how they take your brand. It's not about you. You as a brand can start things and connect with things. I sometimes talk internally about creating an earthquake. It's like the seismic waves. Our piece of content, our story for India will push this out there. Then inspired individuals will take that content on and do their own things with it. And it's exactly what Simon's been connecting with. I think the other thing that it's a big message from Simon is about empowering your organisation and staff and the people who care most about your organisation to easily take your brand and make it their own. Right. We do that with our fundraising platform, so that the person who rides a bike across America is going to fund very differently to someone in London we had someone do an Arctic Ice Marathon. We've had Christian churches fundraise, we've had Islamic organisations fundraise. We've had this whole gamut of people telling our story in their own ways, and I think that's really important. And I think the third piece is just about really being human. And humans love to connect, they love positive stories, they love making an impact. And it's very hard for brands who've spent ages building all these walls with their audience. If you can break that down and be human, that's where the opportunities are for massive growth.
Paull Young of Charity Water, thank you so much.